Hello, everybody. My name is Madeline Fontanes. I'm an intern at CSG Group. This is my third semester, um, and I am pursuing my master's degree in social work at the University of Southern California. Today, we are interviewing Mr. Julio Gonzalez. He is from Sicómoro Inc., an organization that is working directly with the communities of Puerto Rico to help recovery and rebuild of Puerto Rico after Hurricane Maria. Hello, Julio. How are you?
Hi, Madeline. Can you hear me?
How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Yes, you can. I can hear.
All right. All
Good.
right.
Um, what can what can you tell us about your organization? How did it started?
Well, Sicómoro started in the year 2005 in Arecibo, Puerto Rico. We've been serving in Arecibo for around 13 years. So it basically started when most of the leadership right now, most of the leaders that are leading Sicómoro, we began as volunteers back in middle school, high school. We started working in a community called Barrio Obrero in Arecibo. It's a community that is in disadvantage, social disadvantage, and economic disadvantage. So we began by doing Bible schools, clinics. We had a food bank, clothing bank. So that's basically how Sicómoro started in the community. So Sicómoro is a faith-based and a community-based organization. That's how it was founded back in 2005.
After Hurricane Maria, what motivated you to begin to take action and do something different?
Well, in Puerto Rico, things have before the hurricane and after the hurricane. So Puerto Rico was, I guess, as I guess you have seen in media, Puerto Rico was devastated. So the solidarity, the compassion towards our neighbors, towards our friends, the love for our country, it made us move. The first thing that we did as volunteers, part of the organization, we started just to try to look for each other. The communications after the hurricane, the communications were down. So we drove to one another's houses, and we were just making sure that we were all okay. Some of our volunteers lost their roofs. Some of their homes were flooded by the river Narecibo. So basically, we just looked for each other and made sure that everything was okay. And we helped in cleaning houses. We brought food. We brought first aid materials for those people that needed them. So that was our first reaction as Sicómoro volunteers. As the time passed, we met, we organized, and then we decided to go out into the community twice a week. So we met in a place at a certain hour, and so we went to different homes to open roads, to bring food, to bring hygiene materials. So that was basically our first response. That was our first response as volunteers in Sicómoro.
Other types of community services does your organization provides? Because you mentioned about going right after the hurricane and start cleaning roads and things like that. But how does the organization has reorganized and start serving now? Now that it's been a year after.
Sicómoro before Maria, Sicómoro has different programs for kids and teens ages 5 to 17. Our services are basically educational and recreational services. Our mission is to teach the kids how to love themselves, how to love one another, how to love their neighbor, how to love the environment, and how to love God. So we believe everything is interconnected. So we teach the kids about self-esteem, about and not only for example, not only the individual self-esteem, but also the collective self-esteem, and how we can be a community, how we can be, how we can work as a team, we can promote interdependence, how basically we can move forward as a collective, as a community. So that's basically what we do. The different programs that we run throughout the year, they're led by volunteers. All the people that serve in Sicómoro are volunteers, and so we have different programs where we create original curriculums based in different social values and different social problems that we are facing. So that is like our vision. That is what we work for.
How is the approval process for projects and tasks within the organization?
So Sicómoro has two directive board, which are the people that are elected by the volunteers, and then we have like a staff team, which is a team that works the programs and the teams that visit communities. So both teams interact and both teams communicate. The directive board leads the organization and makes sure that our vision, that we are working towards our vision, that we are working according to the values and to the fundamentals of the organization. And then the staff team, that's the team I'm part of. We are the ones who implement the programs. We have creative teams. We connect with the volunteers. We recruit volunteers, and so we make sure that the programs are running, and we make sure that the communication with the participants and their families and communities are ongoing. So there's like a balance between both teams. Both teams communicate, and we work together to make sure that the organization is sustainable and stays afloat.
What is the largest challenge the organization faces and the largest problem facing your team today?
Well, I would say that the biggest challenge for us is being a sustainable organization. So the economic problems in Puerto Rico are pretty deep. So all of the sectors have been affected, and since we are all volunteers and Sicómoro runs through fundraisers and through donations of individuals and groups who support our vision. One of the challenges that we face is being a sustainable organization. So we are constantly having meetings and looking for strategies to make the organization sustainable, and trying to find the ways to financially support the programs and make sure that we have enough budget to last a year long. And so I would say that is one of the biggest challenges that as a nonprofit we are facing right now. So we are working towards being a sustainable organization, but it's one of the challenges for us.
What is the screening process for your organization for people to receive services?
So we don't have like requirements in order to serve. So we basically impact communities that are in social and economic disadvantages. So basically we receive referrals from local pastors or local ministers or local social workers who identify people that are in need, who identify communities that may be impacted positively by our services, by our programs. And so we go ahead and enter the community and contact with the community leaders to see what are the needs of the community. And then, after following that step of getting to know the community and the leaders, we create the curriculum and we recruit the participants and so we develop the programs in each community. So there's basically no requirement for participants to be part of Sicómoro. We work by referrals and by observation and by just seeing the different needs of the different communities that we serve.
What can you share in relation to the future plans for the organization?
So like I told you, Sicómoro is we're striving to be a organization. Right now, Sicómoro doesn't have a physical space or an office space where we can meet and coordinate our services. So what we have been doing for these last 13 years, we have been meeting at different churches that partner with us. We meet at different community centers. We meet in local cafes. So we find different spaces to have our meetings and to prepare for the things that we do in the community. So what we are preparing for the future. We're looking for a physical space where we can have that we can call our office or our center, the Sicómoro Center, where we can give the services from that particular place and open the place up to the community so it can be a place of dialogue, a place of peace, a place to give workshops, to educate the community in interdependence and solidarity and self-esteem and all of those things that we work as an organization. So that is what we are working towards, to having our own building or our own facilities. Maybe in Arecibo, maybe in Atillo, maybe in Camuy. We work with different communities in the north of Puerto Rico, so we are open, to the possibilities.
My next question is, how can people get involved?
There's lots of ways that people can be a part of the reconstruction of our country. First of all, this is a good way to start. To listen to the people who live here, to listen to the conversations that we are having about what is going on in Puerto Rico, beyond what is presented in the media. Getting to contact people, local people, getting to know people, and getting to know what the locals are needing. So yeah, I guess there are many nonprofits working in Puerto Rico. They're doing a great job in reaching those who are most in need or most vulnerable. So I guess not only through Sicómoro, there are many nonprofits that would benefit from the help from outside of the country. Also, particularly in Sicómoro, we like I told you, Sicómoro exists because of the solidarity of people and of groups and churches. So we're constantly fundraising in order to renew our programs. So we have a campaign online where we sell different products. We sell different T-shirts, cups, and hats with a campaign called Con Puerto Rico en el Corazón, with Puerto Rico in the heart. So 100% of the revenue that we receive from these sales, they're gonna go directly to our programs and to the services that we provide to the people, to the communities in Arecibo, Atillo, Florida, Camuy. There are different towns in Puerto Rico that we serve.
Julio, is there a specific website for this campaign?
A specific website for Sicómoro? Our website is www.yosoysicomoro.org. Also, the fundraiser I was telling you about, it's an online platform called T-Chip, and then if you look up Sicómoro for Puerto Rico, Sicómoro Puerto Rico, you'll find the different products that are available for fundraising. And like I told you, 100% of the revenues are going to go directly towards our account, and they're going to go in the indirect services with kids and teens that we have been working on.
I just want to let you know that also the organization that I'm internship with, they have a Hurricane Fund, and it's called ccgroup.org/give.
Okay.
And all the profits for all the donations that we receive in that website are for Go, Virgin Islands, and the British Virgin Islands as well.
All right.
So we're
I
also
lost you,
trying
but the
to
last
reach
thing I
out
heard
for.
sounded great. Yeah, sounded great. I mean, like I told you, there's many ways to help, and the local people, the small nonprofits, were the ones to respond in the first place after the hurricane. So we're thankful for the trust, for the confidence that you guys have, in collaborating with us, and in opening up these kinds of spaces, for us to talk about our work, the work that we do, and the needs that we have in Puerto Rico. So I'm very grateful for the opportunity.
Thank you. I'm so grateful for and honor to interview you, and thank you for what you're doing for our country. My family is from Puerto Rico. I am from Puerto Rico, and it was a hard situation also for the people that were outside. We couldn't communicate,
So,
and we didn't know for
kind of
sure
lost you there
what
again,
we're
but
doing. And thank
once
you.
thanks Madeline, thanks for your interest in Sicómoro, and thanks for your interest, in choosing us, and asking questions, and just being interested in Puerto Rico, and the people of Puerto Rico. So muchas gracias. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much.